Hey everyone, it's Kyle Winn here with Sage Realty, and today I'm bringing you your April 2021 market update for Riverside County. For your April 2021 market update, I'm going to refer you to my March 2021 market update, and everything's still the same. Check it out now. I'm just playing with you. For April 2021, we saw about 3,800 new listings come to the market, which is down slightly from March of 2021 at about 4,150. Now, in my previous video, I told you for March of 2021, there are nearly 3,800 new listings, but we had some straggling data. We got all that in now, and there were about 4,150. So I expect the same thing to happen for April, but for now, what we see is that there were about 3,800 new listings. Compare that to April of 2020, there were about 2,700 new listings, which was extremely low right after the start of COVID. However, if you look back for about the previous 5 years, the month of April, we've typically seen 4,000 to 5,000 new listings hit the market in Riverside County. Now, the total number of listings on the market were about 4,600 as of April 2021, which was down slightly from March of 2021 at around 4,700. However, there's been a steady decline since February of 2020, right before the start of COVID-19, where we had about 14,000 total listings on the market in Riverside County. And like I said, that's declined steadily to now where we're at about 4,600. As for closed listings in April 2021, we had about 3,652 closed listings. Now, I'm sure some of that data is still coming in, so it might be a little bit higher during my next market update, but that's down slightly from March of 2021 at nearly 4,000 closed listings. Now, in April of 2020, we had about 2,200, maybe almost 2,300 closed listings. Again, that was during the start of COVID-19, and real estate activity slowed down pretty significantly. However, over the previous 5 years, you could expect about 3,000 to 3,500 closed listings for the month of April. So while the number of closed listings match very closely with the number of new listings on the market, you might be thinking that homes are selling very quickly, which they are. For April of 2021, the median day on market for properties here in Riverside County was only 9 days. That's been declining steadily since January, where the median day on market was only 16 days. And it has declined, like I said, pretty steadily from January until now. This is very rare for Riverside County, whereas the median day on market for the previous 5 years was about 40 to 60 days, somewhere in that ballpark. So with homes being on the market for only about 9 days, if you're not ready to purchase, you may lose out on a home that pops up on the market. So be sure you're pre-approved, pre-qualified, you have a realtor in your corner, you have a lender that you're working with, and you're going to want to make sure you have everything necessary to write an offer for when that home pops up for sale, because they are selling very quickly. Now, if you compare the average sale price here in Riverside County in April of 2021 at $586,000 back to April of 2020 when it was only $453,000, that's a difference of over 29% increase in the average sale price here in Riverside County. Now, to see that same 29% increase, you'd have to compare April 2020 all the way back to October of 2016 to get that same 29% increase in average sale price. So over the last year, the market has really been heating up. The number of closed listings is matching pretty closely with the number of new listings hitting the market. And with a median day on market of only 9 days, that average sale price is really ticking upwards as home buyers are really looking to try to get into a home these days. Now, there are a lot of reasons, a lot of speculation, I suppose, around the reason why, but interest rates are definitely affecting the market, as well as many employers are starting to let their employees continue to work from home after COVID-19. So while many employees were forced to stay in the cities near all their jobs, a lot of them are able to move outward, buy a home with a little bit more space, maybe a few more bedrooms, a bigger yard, things like that. So that's really taking the prices upward here in Riverside County as well. Now, speaking of interest rates, the national average interest rate that we saw in April of 2021 was 3.06%. extremely low interest rates compared to what we've seen in the past, and that's about the same as what we saw in July of 2020, just a hair over 3%. Now, if you recall, we did see the national average go below 3% from about August of last summer through about February earlier this year, with the low being in December at about 2.68%. Regardless, with average interest rates just over 3%. Historically, these are extremely low. I know friends that can't even get an interest rate that low on a new car these days. So if you are in the market to buy and you're looking to be in that forever home, be in there for 10, 15, 20, or even more years, it's a great time to buy, lock in that low interest rate, and with home values where they're at, you're going to save hundreds of thousands of dollars over the life of the loan compared to where interest rates were just a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago even. So if you are in the market to buy, make sure you're working with a great lender that's going to get you those great interest rates that are hovering right around 3% at the moment. And of course, make sure you have a great realtor that you're working with, because for buyers, it's extremely competitive nowadays, and you're going to want your realtor to be able to construct the best possible offer for you so that your offer is selected on the home of your dreams. Well, that's all I have for your market update for Riverside County in April of 2021. If you have any questions about anything that I covered, or you want me to elaborate further on anything that I discussed today, go ahead and drop those in the comments below or shoot me an email. I'd be happy to answer your questions. And as always, before you leave, be sure to subscribe, hit the little bell, and like so you can see all my future videos about real estate.